25 seats for the INDIA. Jan Suraj could get up to 5 seats and the others are 5 to 10 seats. Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome. Just over an hour ago, it's the day of reckoning for Bihar as the results of the 2025 assembly elections are going to be counted. It's Result Day live here on CNN News 18, on our YouTube platforms, on Connected TV. You can watch us anywhere. The fact is, you must watch us, viewers. This election, marked by a historic high voter turnout, has been a fiercely contested battle that will determine the political future of the state and carry significant implications for the national political landscape. Three forces that stand at the heart of the mandate of Bihar 2025. Women voters, first-time voters, and of course the young voters between 18 to 45 years. And of course, the state's deeply layered caste alliances. Will they stick to caste or rise above it? And will that be gender specific? Will the women rise above the caste alliances? We have to wait and watch. Together they are set to determine whether the NDA holds on to power or whether Tejashwi Yadav-led Mahagathbandhan can script an upset, and how much space newcomer strategist turned political actor Prashant Kishore manages to carve out through his Jan Suraj party. Let's just get a quick look at the numbers, or the exit poll numbers if we can. We've got big news coming through. Let's go straight to that first. BJP leadership has now urged restraint. BJP leadership has now urged restraint. The BJP leadership is now saying we will have to keep in mind the Delhi blast. Let's not forget there was tragedy this Monday. So come Friday, if it is a runaway victory, we will be careful. We will be careful with our celebrations. We will be happy that we won, but we will not forget those who have lost their loved ones and the tragedy that struck at 6:52 p.m. Payal Mehta now joins us. The Monday tragedy will be remembered. The Monday tragedy, Payal, will not be forgotten. And that's what the BJP is quietly telling its supporters, its cadre.
Yes, election win on one side. The BJP understands that they are Indians and they're citizens first, and they have responsibility towards that. And they can't be insensitive towards the families that have actually lost their loved ones in that unfortunate tragedy that occurred just a couple of days ago as well. And that's the reason the BJP top brass has conveyed very, directly and very, very importantly to its party cadre that do not engage in major celebration. No bursting of crackers should be encouraged, and no, bringing those bands. This is a huge, it's a huge fair that you see at the BJP headquarters. Whenever the Prime Minister comes in, there's flowers which are showered on him. All of this has been said to be kept under the wraps and kept very low profile. Given the fact that insensitivity cannot be something that the BJP leadership over here can really display. So, we'll have to just wait and see how this runs through the day, and what happens when the Prime Minister comes to the party headquarters, or if he decides to just convey his greetings to the party workers, through probably an online medium. It remains to be seen. The final decision will be taken in some time from now, but absolutely locally celebrations, that's the mantra coming in from the BJP top brass.
Right. Thank you for that, Payal. We've got Sandeep Shastri and Rahul Verma also joining us. And viewers, like we said, we are not hiding anything. So if you see them snacking away, it's poha, healthy breakfast that's being served at the table, because there's an early morning start on Result Day Live. Nalin Mehta has just got his hand on the mic and he's on a phone because he's also managing editor Moneycontrol. So instructions are being passed on how election coverage will be on other platforms of the News 18 network. So you're wearing multiple hats.
Looking at how the markets are looking at the Bihar election and what the expectation in the markets at the moment is, and what the scenarios could be. Talking to a few people to get a sense of the markets at the moment.
So markets, there's still time for the markets, but Sandeep Shastri, Rahul Verma. Now the Mahila factor and also this whole aspect of 10,000. How much will that impact? Will the women actually decide the ballot this time around, because they've clearly outnumbered the male folk in coming out and voting? Sandeep ji.
My own response is, while the 10,000 factor is important, we are ignoring an important dimension. In the last 5 years of Bihar government, there has been 2-3 more developments which have impacted the women factor. One is what is called the Ajivika Didi, the whole livelihood program that they had.
Right.
There are reports which say these Ajivika Didis were there at the polling booths encouraging women to come out and work and vote. So self-help groups played an important role. The cycle program for women and girls, the prohibition, all these, and then 10,000 was, I think, in a sense, the topping of the cake. But then let's not forget there were several schemes involving women which have impacted in terms of the attitude that women have taken towards the current government. And you may see its impact in the way the results pan out today.
Sandeep, I keep thinking his voice resembles somebody. It is GVL Narasimha Rao. He sounds like GVL Narasimha Rao. He does. But yes, Rahul, tell me, Mahila Yuva, if Mahila may vote towards Nitish, there are many who are projecting that the Yuva may move towards Tejaswi because he is one of the most popular leaders in Bihar among the youth. Your thoughts?
So first, Mahila voting for Nitish is now a 15-year-old story, right? And so you have seen this happening from 2010, and there are, as Sandeep ji pointed out, many factors going for it. But what is more important, that political parties or leaders are trying to basically create a social base which cuts across caste lines. And those leaders are much more likely to be successful and retain power. This is what Nitish Kumar has done. Tejaswi is also trying to do that. He had some advantage among young voters in 2020, might still retain, but the big question is, would that be enough? Because Mahila would be like 1 in every 2 voter.
Right.
Youth would be 1 in every 4 voter. And even among youth, you will have 50% women. Right? So given that sort of like distribution, it basically creates greater
the Mahila factor actually cuts across caste, cuts across age.
Right?
So youth does not mean only.
So what? Yeah, exactly. So what you are basically seeing is not youth vote. You are seeing young men voting for Tejaswi.
And not necessary that all young men will actually be voting for Tejaswi too.
Not all Mahila is voting for Nitish. It's just
Correct.
like probably.
No, but how much does that
make?
mean?
I want to make a point on women.
Hanji.
There are
And
two
then
metrics I
Rashida.
want to flag. One is that seats where women voting has been higher. Even in the last, if you look at data in the last 2 or 3 elections, in the last election there were 71 seats. Of those, NDA won 46 with a 38.64% vote share, right? Secondly, of seats which are जहाँ पे जो women बहुल हैं जो seats, वहाँ पर the JDU has always held on to more seats than other parties, followed by BJP and then followed by RJD. So it's not like RJD also doesn't have support among women, but the JDU has the maximum amount of women voters, and that's a trend going back to 2019 or even earlier. In fact, and I think Shastri is right, that the story of the women vote in Bihar goes back to 2005. And in fact, along with Gujarat, Bihar was the one state where this idea of the women vote as a separate entity, the Mahila factor, first became prominent.
Right.
So I think this Mahila vote thing is more like a fortress approach. It is a kind of shield that Mr. Nitish Kumar has